Hey, Coach. Last year in this game, y'all really, in the fourth quarter, put the game away. I think you all allowed 6 points in the fourth quarter. What do you see differently from Mississippi State and from your players in the fourth quarter this year for them to get over the hump and win the game?
I just thought we had a complete meltdown in the fourth, and just something we're working through as far as like those are the moments when last year we had Maya, we had a true point, and so Maddie, we're still trying to get her in the flow of things, and then I couldn't even play her at the point as much as I wanted to because, I had to play at the 4, so now we got someone else at the point, and I thought it really hurt us offensively. Nevertheless, defensively, I thought they just played like they wanted it more in the fourth, and so they got the win.
Jessica Carter had a stretch there kind of late in the third, early in the fourth where she really got going. I guess when she's playing like that, how tough is she to defend?
I think Jessica Carter is a great player, so, that was an emphasis for us, but I thought she stepped up and did what she had to do to make sure that her team got the victory today.
Coach, how important were the little things in a game like this? It seems like you guys had a 4 or 5 point lead but couldn't push it to 6, 7, or 8. Turnovers, missed free throws.
Yep.
Is this a big teaching lesson for your team?
Yeah, I believe we'll play our best basketball in February. We're still learning some things, and so I thought, like you said, we had the lead, but we could never pull away. And then in the fourth quarter, I just couldn't feel that energy from the huddle as if like we could really pull away. I thought that they just completely had a collapse from a mental standpoint, and there's nothing you can do in those situations. You got to try to coach them through. I use my timeouts. I'm not going home with any, so I tried to get them back going, but we just couldn't get it going today.
I know you talked about having an identity crisis earlier in the week. I guess, how do you go about addressing and getting back to that defensive mentality?
Yeah, we'll just get back in the lab. Our goal is to try to go 2-2 in the pods. Worst case, we were able to do that with the victories over Alabama and Auburn. I think Auburn had a big win today, so this thing is wide open, and it's going to be the long game. So this is our bye week. We'll get back in the lab, work on what we need to work on, and be ready to go in our next 4 games.
You mentioned Auburn's win today. State, started off 0-2 and has won their last 2 SEC games. What have you kind of learned from your time in the conference of how quickly teams can kind of, find momentum or lose momentum, playing in a league like the SEC? Yeah,
I don't ever get caught up in, like, records this early. We play 16 games, so, we got 12 more games to play. Even for us last year, it took us all the way until the last game to decide what position we would be in. Like, we had to beat Alabama in the last game. And so, for us, we're just going to take this in small chunks and try to attack it as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, that 2-2 in our pod, we don't want to finish 8-8, but there are opportunities where maybe we can go 3-1 in some pods. And for those that are wondering what I'm talking about, we take the games in 4-game chunks. And so we knew this game would be tough here. And we knew last year. We swept them last year, so I'm sure that those girls remember that. And they played like it, and I thought they deserved to win. And so we knew, just like last year, it was going to be a tough one. This year it would be a tough one. And so we're not discouraged by any means. It's just, it's the long game. It's figuring out, like you said, they started off 0-2, now they're 2-2, we're 2-2. It's too early to start panicking, Like, we're not even in the middle of the season yet. We just got to focus on getting better. I'll take 2 more.
Coming off of that LSU game where you had 9,000 for you, tonight walking into an arena where there's 7,000 against you, what kind of a challenge did that present?
Nothing. I didn't know there were 7,000. Nothing. But kudos to them for coming out in the weather, for sure. I think the seats throw you off. Like it's maroon and they're wearing maroon. So to me, it just looks empty. You know what I mean? Because I thought they supported them, and I thought that it was great. Anytime we play Mississippi State, like I think it's great for the community. So, but it didn't make a difference.
You did do a really good job on Jerkayla. She had 8 points, 2 of 11. What were you doing that you found so much success against her to shut her down?
I mean, good players is hard to shut down, and I just thought we tried to play honest defense, and honestly, like to me, Miracle Shepherd came in and hurt us. You know, like we could have done without her getting her 8 points in the fashion that she got it in. You know, Lauren Park Lane just allowing her to get to the paint. Like we could have done without that. So we'll have to make those adjustments when we see them again. But we will see them again.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.